Hello and welcome to Psychology Live. I'm Dr. Gail Majcher, and with me is limited licensed psychologist Mary DiPaolo, and we're so happy that you could join us.
Yes,
Today's session is going to be a little bit different. It is from a viewer. It's a question from a viewer, and we're going to be talking about online dating. So I think it's going to be kind of a fun show, kind of an interesting show, and informative. A little bit different. You know, our last few shows, we had 3 on anxiety, we had 2 on relationships, and they were pretty heavy topics. This one will be a little bit lighter. But before we do that, Mary, you want to talk about how to contact us?
Sure. You can reach Dr. Gail at drgail.com. You can reach me through yourweeklysession.blogspot.com. We're both on psychologytoday.com. Under the Find a Therapist icon, just type in our zip 48167 and you can read all about us. And yeah, that's it, right? Oh,
well,
our Facebook group.
Oh, yeah, we have a Facebook group, Psychology Live. And then while you're watching these, you can also send us a message right through YouTube. We're learning these fascinating things.
Yeah, we are.
You probably all know these things. We don't. We're learning them. So.
We are learning.
But anyway, we're enjoying the show, and we're so glad that you are too. The feedback we're getting is just so gracious, and we're thankful for it.
Yeah, so don't write anything crappy, okay, when you watch our YouTube videos underneath, because we don't know how to get rid of them if we don't like them.
There haven't been any.
We're not that technically savvy yet to delete.
One more thing. No, we wouldn't.
We wouldn't.
And also, add yourself as a subscriber. Because we need subscribers.
We need subscribers.
We
need 1,000 subscriptions, which are free, within a year, and we need 4,000 hours of watched viewing time.
Okay, there you go. So you can just spend all your time watching our shows over and over.
And they're only 10 minutes long, so that makes it even better.
Most people have a short attention span. That's why we're doing 10-minute segments.
Not that we're judging you or anything. But that's kind of how it is.
If we think we're so interesting, you probably could listen to 20 minutes. Anyway, 10 minutes just seems like the right amount.
We don't want any comments on narcissism underneath our YouTube videos, okay? Just like stop right now.
All right, we're going to start with a question from a viewer.
Yes. I'm 52 years old. I'm so tired of online dating and online dating apps. But what am I to do? I was married for 27 years. It blew up. I'm still mourning it in many ways. But I know that the way to meet new people these days is through online dating. What do you suggest to help me be successful with this process?
This is such an interesting question. I can tell you that I've had so many clients who meet online and end up getting married and have good relationships. I wanted to start with that because we are going to tell you some horror stories. But so many people do meet really kind, good people online.
It's true. You know, back in the day when I was young and single, it was through the personal ads. And I remember one friend of ours said, hey, I got 65 letters here. I met a guy, I like him. So if you know anybody that's 5'5" with brown hair that could write this personal, I'll give you the letters and then give them to her and she can answer. Man, did we have fun reading those letters. I remember one. It was a guy on a motorcycle with a kid. And he says in his letter, that's a picture of me, but that's not my motorcycle and that's not my kid. Okay, what the point was, we have no idea, but we laughed like heck. So things have gotten better since those days.
Well, I'll tell you a personal story, an experience I had when I was single and I went online. I started talking to this one person, and on my site, I made it very clear what I was looking for. So he told me that he grew up around, you know, the same area that I did. So you have that in common, and it all sounded pretty good. So I said, okay, well, I'll meet you for, I don't know, coffee, glass wine, whatever. I would never commit to a meal because that's too much time. So he walks in, and I'm thinking, wow, he certainly looks older. So we started talking. Well, he had lied. He was 15 years older than what he said he was. And I said, well, you know, you've just wasted my time. I said, so I'm going to get going. So then he said, I'll walk you to your car. And I said, no, really, you don't have to. But my car was right there. And he said, can I give you a hug goodbye? And I said, okay, you know, like a relative hug. And he whispers, can I purr in your ear?
Oh,
I could not wait to get the car, get on the phone and call a girlfriend.
Okay, Now, if that codependent part of you wasn't on when he has to hug you, you should have said and could have said, "Get away from me now! I've got mace." But you know,
it was a public place.
Well, but isn't it the truth though? Look at how
in your ear.
that. Hey, you never know what people are into, right? You don't know till you don't know. But just given what we talked about in our last segment that we did with that other viewer's question, talking about the importance of honest communication. Okay, yeah, hello. People are going to lie like hell on online dating profiles. Of course they will. So guess what? If you show up for that coffee date, and that's what we always recommend, you just meet for coffee. You don't meet for no date.
Do not meet for a meal or a long commitment. You want it, within 15 minutes, whether you want this to go on or not.
Exactly. And, so in doing so, if you walk into that place and he said, being as a woman, he said, "I'm 6 foot tall, brown hair and blue eyes, and people say I look like Bradley Cooper," and what shows up is 4 feet tall, no hair, and green eyes, and looks more like Shrek. You can leave, okay? It's okay.
Then say they're 6 feet. Okay, they're 5'8".
Yeah, but why would you have to be nice, okay, in the way that many girls are conditioned, females are conditioned to be nice? If you're not liking what you see in that first 7-second impression, it's okay. Actually, you don't even have to say anything. You can just turn right around and walk out, or say, "You know what? Nice to meet you, but I have an appointment," or "You're not what you said you were."
Or this isn't going to work. I can tell, but God bless you. Hope you have a good life.
Exactly, because don't entertain the line that can go on right before you even meet.
And don't give up your time. You really don't have to do that. One of the key components of doing the whole line dating, when you're putting your own profile up, view it as a business. Figure out exactly what you want and state that. You don't have to add a bunch of flowery things. You don't have to add 100 pictures. Think about, what do you want in a partner? What exactly are you looking for? And state that very clearly. I have, with my clients, gone over their profiles many times, and so much gets added. It's like, get rid of all that verbiage and just get down to, what is it that you are looking for? Clearly, make it very clear. Have a picture or two. That's it. No more than that. Don't give that much of yourself away to anybody.
Right. And you know how we talked about in a past video about the need to live in the real world? Well, this is where it comes to the forefront. If you're like this woman in your 50s, please don't present yourself in a profile or even in person when you meet like you're still a 20-year-old ingenue, because you ain't, okay? Like, you got to be real. You got to live in reality. And what I've seen a lot with clients is they really struggle with, thinking like, well, wait a minute, what about this, what about that? That is like homage to the past and not real life right now reality.
Yeah, like, what do you want now? Not when you were dating when you were in your 20s. Although people in their 20s can also do this. But like this woman, sounds like she was married for a long time, and now it's time to start dating again. Think about what you want in today's reality and list that very clearly. And then when someone contacts you, go back and forth with them a few times online, and then maybe have a couple phone conversations long before you agree to meet them.
Right.
You want to put your feelers out.
Exactly, because one thing that I've seen repeatedly with people, what they struggle with is, they're talking to somebody and it really is just like this huge long flirt where no real information is truly being exchanged.
That's why it has to be almost like business-like.
Right.
This is your life you're talking about. You know what it is you want in your life, so go for that. Okay, when you're teenagers, and maybe you will end up flirting with this person, but first you want to make sure it's a person that you really want to flirt with.
Right, exactly. And people, they're best that they're lying when they're flirting, right? Because look at how all the crazy that goes on now online anyway. One of the great memes from the old days was, "Hello, my name is Susie. I'm 14 years old," and it's a 600-pound, 50-year-old man. Yeah. Like, stop. So you really need to keep it very truthful and very like business-like in the sense of, tell me about you. And don't help him along or her along listen to the information, and if it sounds like gobbledygook, guess what? It is.
Yeah. Let the red flags go up. If it's not making sense, then it probably does not make sense.
Right.
A lot of married people do go online. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. So you want to know, where does this person live? Where does this person work? You want to know those kind of very realistic aspects of their life. And if they can't give them to you,
or they evade it, or they're like, well, wait, I want to hear about your beautiful brown hair or whatever.
Yeah,
that's a sign.
I'm mesmerized by your beauty. Let's just stay on that topic.
Yeah.
Don't fall victim to that.
No.
It's like, no, this is like a business. Let's figure out if we're a good match or not.
And you know, we have a friend who was single for a very long time and had no trouble getting anybody in the real world, believe me.
Beautiful.
Beautiful girl. And when she went online, she had the wherewithal to know, when she finally did the online dating app, to say, listen, don't even contact me unless you're marriage minded. That was the first thing, because she wanted to be married.
Yes.
And she also said, I want a man who is honest, faith-based, spiritual worldview, hardworking,